Hey everyone. So I've been meaning to make my third video now for a couple of weeks, but given the time of year, I work in retail, so I've been pulling up in a lot of hours at my workplace, and outside of that, I've either just been too knackered or I've been spending time with family, it being Christmas and all. So I've just not really had a moment or two to sit down in front of the camera and actually do something. But I wanted to do one. It was going to be originally a Star Wars Rogue One review because I went to see that just over a week ago with my best friend. But I was still, in fact, going to do that pretty much up until yesterday. But then I heard about the fact that Carrie Fisher had died yesterday, and it got me thinking about things, mostly about a lot of the stuff that's happened this year. There's been a lot of like famous celebrities, actors, musicians who have died during the year. Alan Rickman, George Michael, very recently, loads of others. So it's been a pretty crappy year in terms of those tragedies, really, and also just a weird 2016. Britain voted to leave the EU by a small margin, but still enough. And to be honest, whether you voted to leave or whether you voted to remain within, don't think anyone can deny the fact that that's going to have a massive effect on the country as a whole and everyone in it. And I don't think you can also really deny the fact that pretty much both sides, from a political standpoint anyway, they did such a terrible job of just putting forward either side of the argument for staying or leaving. I mean, I think it was something like 30% of the country, of the population of the country, maybe not that much, I can't remember exactly the figures, but it was a large percentage anyway, didn't vote because people just didn't know which way they wanted to go. So that was a pretty bad shit show, really, to be fair. And then Donald Trump gets elected president of the United States. Who knows how that's going to turn out? Hopefully, he'll do some good. I can't see it myself, but you never know. So, all in all, 2016's been a bit of a crazy year, and a lot of people would say quite a shit year as well. And that's kind of how I was thinking about it. But when I started thinking about things yesterday, I started thinking more along slightly different lines because it has been a crap year for a lot of people, for those reasons and probably more reasons as well. But I wanted to sort of leave 2016 focusing more on the good aspects of this year. And I've got three. That may not seem like a large number, but the three pretty big things for me that I'm going to focus on in the future about 2016. And I'm going to list them for you now. The first one, for me, to be fair, it's a bit of a cheat one, really, because it's about a film that I acted in, and we finished filming for it in 2015. So the year before, but this year has seen quite a lot of momentum for it, like getting reviews. It's gotten a few. It's gotten quite a few reviews so far. It's doing really well in terms of those reviews, and it's also been accepted into several film festivals, independent film festivals over in America. It's been sent off there for professional color grading, and it's just doing really well. And it's film acting is something that I wanted to get into ever since I started doing it in the first place. And the fact that it's my first film, certainly my first starring role in a film, and it's doing so well, it really makes me feel quite proud of where it's going and how it's going. And a lot of that's due to the director and writer of it, Jason Brown. who I'm hoping to work with again sometime very soon. So that's the first reason. Second reason is it was a year ago in November. So it was November 2015, start of it. When I met basically a woman on the internet, on a website, on a dating site called Tinder. And she was literally the first person that I ever contacted on there. And we got to talking, and we carried on talking, and we got to know about how geeky each one of us are. And on New Year's Eve of 2015, going into 2016, we made our relationship official. And so I've got that approaching, my 1 year anniversary with my girlfriend. And if somebody had told me 2 or 3 years ago that I would now be in basically, well, no, literally, the best relationship that I've ever had, I would have told them to do one, because I didn't think I would ever find this. And it's just been, so far, it is just the best relationship that I've ever had. I didn't ever think that I would meet someone as wonderful and adorable and beautiful and geeky, because we are both very geeky. I didn't think I'd ever meet someone like her. And now that I have, and now that I've been with her for a year, and it's still successful, and it's still very much happy, that really means a heck of a lot to me. And that's something that 2016 will always have for me. It's the first year that I spent with my girlfriend, Tasha. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3, and I'm going to use my phone here as an aid as soon as I can find the picture. I should have probably pre-prepared this, to be fair, but there we go. 2016, in around November of 2016 actually, my family welcomed 2 new additions to it. My brother and his wife Amanda gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl, Erin and Isaac. I have a picture of them here. This is taken on Christmas Eve, which is also the first time that I got to meet them as well. Here we go. You're aren't you cute? Now, I showed that picture to my girlfriend just after it was taken. I sent it to her over WhatsApp, and she said, "You don't look very impressed at all." And to be fair, I don't. It's not because I wasn't impressed by them at all. Holding them like that was amazing. I was just very, very conscious of the fact that I was holding 2 babies, and I didn't want either of them to fall off me. So it was more about just feeling awkward about perhaps dropping one of them than it was about anything else. And they're beautiful and they're wonderful, and I'm sure that in the future they're going to do some amazing things, hopefully, assuming that the world doesn't end by then, of course. So there it is. There are my 3 reasons anyway. And I just wanted to talk about this instead of some review or some random crap about Marvel doing a zombies film at some point in the future. Because I want to focus on the good things that have gone on this year rather than all of the bad. The bad will always be there. Always. You can't deny it, you can't ignore it. There's been some tragedies this year, there's been some probably very bad decisions made this year, but there will always be the good. There will always be the happy. And that's what I want to leave 2016 with. So I hope that you guys can do that as well. Just spend the next few days thinking about, not about the bad stuff of 2016, try and think about the good stuff of 2016, and don't make it like a burn the bridges type 2016, let's forget it. Make it a celebration of the good things that have happened this year. So there it is. It's New Year's Day in a few days. I'm just about getting ready to go around to my girlfriend's and spend the next five days with her. So I'm not going to make another video before then because I'm going to be focusing on other things. So I hope you all had a great Christmas. I hope you got lots of lovely prezzies under your tree. I hope you have a fantastic New Year, and I will see you then.